want to start first and foremost by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who lead as examples to the flock. And salutations to the who came out there, sincerely doing this work. This lesson is gonna be, talking about and some new development in the mark of the beast developments, pretty much, the road towards, the MOTB, the mark of the beast. And this lesson is gonna be, targeting the developments in a particular aspect of the framework surrounding the MOTB, which is tokenization. I did a video, couple months back, showing you, and brothers have also done videos on it, showing you that tokenization is the future of money. It's the future of the next economy, right? Larry Fink, which is the head of BlackRock, which is one of the most, if not the most, financial institutions outside of, actual government central banks. I'll say it's the most influential privately owned institution, in the world. BlackRock is very, very influential, right? And Larry Fink, pretty much said that tokenization is the future, of the economy, right? So let's look at what tokenization is, just a refresher, and then we'll get into it. Again, tokenization is the process, right, of creating a digital representation of a real thing, right? Can also be used to protect sensitive data or to efficiently process large amounts of data, right? So what this translates to is that the physical assets that you have in the real world, and even assets that are not physical, like stocks, your car, your house, different goods and services, can now be tokenized, meaning create a digital representation of them that can then be stored on the blockchain and traced when the transaction goes from one person to the next. Now, the development I wanted to bring out is from Visa, right? Let me just translate this website. So it says, tokenization. Visa launches a new platform to help banks tokenize assets. Visa, the payment giant, continues to advance in the world of blockchain technologies by announcing the launch of the Visa Tokenized Asset Platform. This new initiative aims to allow banks to explore the tokenization of assets and use of smart contracts in a secure and regulated environment. With the platform, Visa wants to help financial institutions adapt to new technologies and modernize their infrastructure while meeting the required compliance standards. Asset tokenization, an opportunity for banks according to Visa. Asset tokenization consists of converting physical or financial assets, real estate, bonds, stocks, into digital tokens. They can be exchanged on a blockchain. This process not only improves the liquidity of these assets, but also facilitates transactions by making them faster and less expensive. So this is the future of money. The future of money, the future of financial transactions, the future of the economy is going to be the exchange of tokens, right? That is going to be the future of the economy, right? So banks, right, credit union, stock portfolio managers, every financial institution in the market will have to go through a tokenization process where their assets are tokenized, and then you as an individual, right? That's where it's going to trickle down to next. You as an individual owning individual assets, right? Whether they be real or other, or like physical things or money represented in your bank account, they're going to be tokenized, right? And they're going to be placed on the blockchain so that they can be monitored, so that the transactions can be monitored, right? Regulated and all of that, right? Then we're going to look at also another development. This is September 16, 2024, right? So just last week, more than 40 firms joined Central Bank Group to explore tokenization for cross-border payments. The Bank of International Settlements, which is the central bank of central banks, launched Project Agora in April, and it brings together 7 monetary authorities from the UK, Japan, South Korea, Mexico, Switzerland, New York, and Europe. More than 40 financial firms will join Central Bank Group, the Bank for International Settlements, to explore how tokenization can enhance wholesale cross-border payments in Project Agora. The group will look into combining wholesale central bank money with tokenized commercial bank deposits, the BIS announced. And this is why you see banks working on central bank digital currencies, right? This is the future of money. Here in Jamaica, we have a CBDC, right? It's called Jamdex, but very few people know about it or even use it, right? But this is the future of money, tokenization, right? So as we see these things develop, we do lessons, we bring out to show you that the infrastructure is steadily being built. Every country has a 2030 deadline to bring towards the realization of this new system. Unfortunately for Jamaica, the Prime Minister has announced in the past few days that Jamaica will fail their 2030 agenda goals. And that's mainly because not just corruption, but Jamaicans are just stubborn and uneducated. You can't lead them towards any form of development, even if it was for their own good. There's and it's a twofold thing. I don't mean to go on a rant here, but it's a problem for the politicians, but it's also a benefit for them, because having a largely uneducated voter base means you can get away with a lot of things and then get stupid people to vote for you based on gimmicks and entertainment and not an actual fiscal policies and political agenda. But then on the flip side, if you want to move forward certain parts of the country, for example, the economics of the country towards a more digital platform, having an educated user base or an educated voter base will help push that forward. But most people in Jamaica are uneducated, especially as it relates to world affairs and the changes that are happening in the geopolitical and the geoeconomic space. Right, so they're not gonna care about what's happening there. They just want to know how they can be entertained, right? So of course, we have to bring out the precept. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. As prophets, that is our foremost responsibility. Prophecies. What's going to happen? What did the Lord say is going to happen? How are these fulfilling in real world scenarios so that we can bring it out, right? This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch, right? So we watch for the news, we watch for all these different things. We bring out articles just like I just did. Set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And we're going to read that vision. Right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time. That appointed time is no, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And this is the vision, right? Revelation 13:16. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That charagma, right, is the mark of the beast, is the RFID microchip, right? Which is going to contain all your digital information tokenized on the blockchain, so that you then can be digitally hooked up to the grid, right? But in order for that system to completely work, every asset, right, that exists needs to be tokenized. Financial institutions have to tokenize their assets. Schools, hospitals, individuals, business, different types of businesses, everything has to be tokenized first, which is why we're bringing out these developments, right? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So if your assets are not tokenized and you don't have access to that grid by way of the charagma, you won't be able to buy or sell, right? So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Shalom.